Everybody, Chris here. Is this time to buy, hold, or sell Dogecoin? We're going to talk about that in this video. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. We'll be live again 4 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. We are live most days of the week and at least one day on each weekend where we get to expand our conversations and talk more about what's going on across crypto, finances, and we have a little fun as well. But for now, Dogecoin seems to be consolidating right around 16 cents right now. Some people say this is the boring time. Some people still calling for Dogecoin to go a lot lower. Let's get into it. Let me show you the charts in the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. We start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart. We're at 15.88. That's right, just under 16 cents, this red line here. Some people were predicting, right? We would see this ABCD pattern and 12.5 cents. No, Dogecoin is not going down. There's too much support for Dogecoin, too much anticipation for what is coming. People do not want to be left out. So some are buying, some are holding, but every once in a while there is a sell-off that happens as well. Overall, Dogecoin down about 3% over the past 24 hours. Bitcoin holding steady around 85K, and there's still fear of US recession, which is why I think the whole crypto market is still being suppressed. There is just the tariff thing. Yeah, we got that. I mean, that caused a lot of the downward action we've had since January. And now, again, it's a fear of something that may or may not happen. And that's what keeps people from buying, from going all in. But that is still to come. We still have this little breakout happening from the overall downward trend on the Bitcoin chart. And so that breakdown that we had, that breakout that we had here, looks to be a good sign for what is to come. That downward trend has now been broken to the upside in Bitcoin. Will Bitcoin lead the way? And will we see this remaining 2025 bull run for Bitcoin? If that happens, it will lift the entire crypto market, as most cryptos do follow Bitcoin. But does that mean like all is good? Ali's saying, look, his TD sequential indicator is actually flashing a sell signal for Bitcoin on the 1 hour and 4 hour charts. A sell signal on Bitcoin. This Bitcoin did come up to about 85.8 and then now is about 85.5. So when that 85.8 happened and it flashed up to 86, that was the sell signal. Bitcoin went down a little bit, about to 83.4, but has turned back around and come back up. So that little dip there, that's just not that much. That's not that much. And we could see this going on higher now for Bitcoin. Meanwhile, Trader Allen's talking about ETH. ETH is forming a triangle like in 2020 after a massive drawdown. Here's the 2020 triangle that ETH had, and then ETH took off. Could that happen again this cycle? I say no. ETH is not the same thing anymore as it was back in 2020. It was a great proof of work cryptocurrency back then. And that big run that ETH went on, a lot of it was on the backs of the mining, because there were a lot of people mining ETH and making a lot of money off that. And we don't have that anymore. Most of this massive drawdown that has happened in ETH this cycle has been because it's proof of stake now. It doesn't have the support that it had back then, which is why ETH is falling off the table in its relationship to Bitcoin. I'm not buying any more ETH. I'm not riding ETH anymore. I don't believe it. Not on ETH. But what does that mean for Doge? We're talking about the 17 cent line, inverse head and shoulders. Trader Allen kind of showing a bit of a head and shoulders, but this is what we could see, and this is what I've been talking about, is once we break past 17 cents, come back, retest, and move higher, that would be a classic move, regardless of whether this is a neckline with head and shoulders reverse head and shoulders, it's like that 17-cent line is still a key line, regardless of whether you believe that's inverse head and shoulders or not. But this chart, this is really what it's about. And so last year we were in a position where we had price going down over the summer. We had the MACD consolidating really, really tight. And we had a bullish divergence on the RSI. In other words, the price from August to September dropped lower, but the RSI was actually higher. The same thing is happening now. Price lower, consolidation on the MACD, and the RSI higher, bullish divergence. That is a good sign for Dogecoin. So Doge showing the same characteristics on the MACD and RSI as it did in the last stage of previous pullback. As it nears the end of this pullback, Doge is set to pump soon. That is a nice setup that we could be looking ahead for. So overall, what do we have? We've got Doge price early bullish signal points to a surge soon. Is this the time you want to be selling? Is this the time you want to be selling? Because this is setting up pretty good, and partially with Bitcoin as well. And yeah, we know Fartcoin and Dog with Hat and others have been going up, but at the same time, you always have the risk of a mantra or something happening. It's still cryptocurrency, and there still is a risk when you buy crypto. But so far, we are looking at an overall upward trend for Doge. And as Ali says, a close above 17 cents could open the door to 21 or even 29. So that 17-cent line is going to be key as we begin this slow recovery so far from all the tariff and recession fear news that we've had over the past months. Mapping the road to 22 cents and beyond, yes. Key support level could shoot Doge higher. Again, this is what Doge looks like when you're zoomed out and you have these higher lows. Again, this is on a weekly chart, so it's well zoomed out here. Yes, we've had a big pullback in Doge, but it's also in Bitcoin as well. Not quite the same percentage. As we know, Dogecoin falls at a higher percentage than Bitcoin when there's a pullback, but when everything's green and going up, right, Doge outperforms Bitcoin. On that move last November, Dogecoin went up 200%, while Bitcoin only went up 100%. So that next move up, that's what we're waiting for Doge. That's the next big move for Dogecoin. So, is it time to buy? Is it time to hold? Or is it time to sell? Personally, me, I'm doing two of these, and it's buying and holding. I am not selling. I'm not selling right now. This is not the time, in my opinion, to be selling. As Dogecoin, yes, we're kind of floundering around the 16-cent mark. People are getting bored, right? People are just, but that's all across crypto. Interest is down. Social media accounts are down, suppressed. We see that. We get it. There's just like everyone's focusing on tariffs and the economy and not really focusing on crypto. But that means entities like the House of Doge, right? They're building. That's what we do now is we build. We build when things are down, things are quiet, right? And that slow building, once the momentum begins back up and all of this news comes out, that is when Doge starts to go on a big run. So what do we do? What do we do here? What are you doing? Are you buying? Are you holding? Or are you selling? We will be looking at this more in detail during the next live stream Tuesday afternoon. Come join in at 4 o'clock. And we'll have a poll and we'll see how you guys feel about buy, hold, or sell. Dogecoin will inevitably track Bitcoin's success. While it doesn't offer significant technical advantages over other blockchain investments, that's coming though. House of Doge is working on that. Its community-driven ethos and inclusivity give it strength. We've got a great Dogecoin family. It is continuing to grow, particularly with our new friends at the House of Doge who are building. So that's what I've got for today. Let me know again in the comments below. Are you buying? Are you holding? Are you selling? Join in on the live stream. Also, give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.